Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick video here on my notes and kind of how to interpret them. Obviously this top row is course, T, box for driving distance that I didn't fill in. It's around 525 and then with plus 5 T's plus 5 balls. So my overall distance is 540 on the nose, it's exactly 540.0. This next group of blocks is just general notes for each hole. You can see there's 1 through 9. The first hole is a sky shot. Second hole is a full low shot off the tee. I'll show you that in a minute. The third hole is either 82% 3-wood low shot or 437 yard 4-wood low shot, depending on wind in my face or in my back. So forth and so on for each hole. One bit of notes here: the 8th hole, I didn't write on here, need to, but these are spin shot distances: 90 to the front, 95 middle, 100 to the back. This bit about the flop shot is probably not useful for you guys. I've got a little bit of extra distance on my flop shot. Actually, it's distance tied to my pitching wedge, which effectively adds distance to my flop shot. So, but these are just general notes for each hole. The holes that require specific distances, I come down here to the targets. So we'll focus here on the first hole. The way the target is set up is that the tee box is set up in the middle, and the winds are coming at you. So a 3 wind directly at your back would be a 420 yard. What did I do? Back out of that. Would be a 420 yard sky shot, as we saw earlier. 1 wind at your back is 426. Similarly, a 1 wind maybe at 4 o'clock there is 429. You know, a 3 wind in your face is 450. Obviously not 449. You can see I probably tried that once and just got hung it up in the rough. All these distances usually make the ball pitch within the first few yards of the green, and it ends up in the middle or back portion of the green. Sometimes, as you can see here, for this 9 o'clock wind at 2 winds, one of them is just ever so slightly in your face, one is ever so slightly at your back. That can make a pretty good difference, especially with a sky shot. So I'll differentiate usually right or left, whether it's in your face like this one is over here at 3 o'clock or at your back over here at 9 o'clock. So that's kind of how you interpret the targets. Sometimes I'll split a hole up, like the 5th hole. The front of the hole, I use a draw shot. For the back pins, I'll use a sky shot, or sometimes even the left pins where the draw doesn't get to, I'll just play it safe, and I'll usually hit the sky and just go to the back of the green. The 7th hole, I've got divided into 4 holes. Back left, back right, front left, and front right. And these are the different shots for those. Most of these shots are high shot, which has a range. I'll show you that at the end. I'll do a quick little thing on the 7th hole. And then sometimes I'll put notes in the margins about a particular shot that I find. Usually I don't ever come back to them because the range is so small. But usually my distances are shown here on whatever I'm calling out here for the winds. All right, well, I'm going to set up a quick 3-hole match, and I'll just kind of show you how it works, I guess, in person. I'm going to pause the video while I get it all set up. All right, well, I didn't get anybody to join in on a 3-hole Goodwill match, so I'm just going to go to the practice tee and kind of show you how it works there. All right, so here we have a 2 wind. It is slightly to our back, but mostly coming from 9 o'clock. So we're going to look and see what I have for that. And I have that one as 427 right there. All right, so I found if I swap back and forth real quick, it doesn't really give me any issues. So we got to swap the sky shot, 427. Sky shot's going to go just outside the circle. And 27 is hard to get to, so we're going to move that back. And there you go. You see how the ball is going to pitch just on the green. So my notes are correct. We're going to go ahead and play the hole out.
Perfect shot.
And see how that was kind of beneficial. So you see it pitched right there on the front of the green, trickled to the middle back, and leave us a little bit of an uphill left to right breaking putt that I probably will not make. But we'll try it anyway. Oh, nope, I'm going to be short because I hit short. And that's why I suck at putting.
For birdie.
Doesn't really matter. All right, we'll skip over, move on. Not next, dadgummit, I'll pause. All right, video going? Yeah. All right, so here is the 7th hole. Again, practice, so we're just going to get this pin here, but we can show you approaches to all pins. All right, so we've got winds coming in from about 1 o'clock. Let's look and see what my note says for that back left pin. Back left 1 o'clock is 342. That's going to be a high shot. So swap over to a high shot, 342. And you can kind of see where the, where the aim is. If I aim over here a little bit further right, I'm going to get in trouble. Ooh, I'm not. Well, I'm approaching trouble, I bet. Let's look at my notes. I thought it only went to the middle of the neck. High shot, 3% low, bottom, left bottom to right neck. So that's, I just misremembered. All right, so I'll interpret that. Left bottom is all the way over here. So a high shot will clear there. If you get over here, you can see we've now hit the tree. So left bottom to right neck. This is the neck. So the right of the neck, we should still be safe. But if we get over here, now we've hit the tree. So really anything in this range with a high shot is safe. Sometimes, yeah, I think I do have a note in there about 4-iron. See, 3% low, so you don't want to go 4-iron. There may have been another note down here about 4-iron being an issue. It will be safe, I think. Nope. I think there is a range maybe where it will still play, but it's very risky. So when you get down here to these front pins, you're better off with a low percent 3-iron. All right, so our range is here from the right of the neck all the way to the left bottom. Anywhere in here with a 3-iron is safe. Now your stats could be different and make that a little bit, that could be, you can have a little different trajectory with your stats, but so that's something you need to verify. So that is by far my most used shot on this hole, is just a simple high shot. A high draw and a high fade both come into play. Let's see what the high fade is. High fade right at the top. Yeah, okay. So high fade, you have to be right of up here. So out here, a high fade is going to play. And you can see we've got the right to left winds, so that if we had the pin up there on the top, this would be a safe shot. Anything right of the green. Once you get into the green, you see now we've hit the tree. So anything right of the top of the green with a high fade, and we're good. So that's kind of the play we do there. And sometimes down here, if it's a real strong, like a 3, right to left, a little more pronounced, we could hit the bottom right with that shot. There's also a high draw. Let's see what that range was. The high draw is from right bottom to right neck, and it says 4-iron only. So right bottom is here and right neck is here, so it's a very small window, and it has to be 4-iron, and it's not coming through. Where are you? There you go. This is kind of not a shot I play a lot of. It looks like I may have misread those notes, because it looks like it's a lot bigger window than I was thinking. May need to revisit that. It looks like right neck or right bottom. There it is. Anyway, something we need, we could play with, but depending on the wind, it's not really a shot that I have much use of. But it is one that's there. Another one that I've found is a punch shot. I think it's 340. Punch, yeah, 340. And it has to be, let's see. Yeah, I got punch set up. On this triangle right there, you have to have your distance 340, and you have to be on that first light green stripe. It's a very, very specific shot, because you've got to be exactly right there. If you go this way just an iota, very good chance you're going to hit the tree. If you go this way a little iota, you're definitely going to hit the tree. So you want to be 340 exactly, or at least that's what it is with my stats. But you can see, that's for the line. You can hit it a little softer, a little harder, and it's not going to mess up anything, but that's the line of the hole that you're trying to hit. So if I can find my way of hitting that little red line there, I'll show you that it actually does go through that mess of tree. Oh, that's good enough.
Perfect shot.
Straight through the center. And if I'd have hit actually on the line that we were trying to make, I would have stayed on the top shelf. So there you go. That's kind of just a brief synopsis of my notes and how they work and what they mean. As always, just let me know if you got any questions on it. Hopefully they will be helpful to you at some point.